What is going on, chat man? We are back, and today we are reacting to the secret time MJ and Kobe taught LeBron how to win. This is highly anticipated and highly recommended. As you guys know, we've been reacting to old NBA content on my channel, and it's been a blast. You guys have been putting me on to amazing content to react to. But, with that being said, let's get straight into the video. And if you guys are new to my channel, or you like this type of content, or you just like old NBA content, man, hit the subscribe button, man, and join the crew. But, let's go. Let's get straight into it. Yes, sir.
The beauty of the NBA has always been the passing of the torch. Dr. J to Larry Bird and Magic, Larry and Magic to MJ, MJ to Kobe, and Kobe to LeBron. But the difference with
I'm not gonna lie, that is actually amazing. With the generations just passing it down to each other and everything. That is generally amazing. Who do you guys think, since LeBron is, generational GOAT of, Gen Z, who do you think he's gonna pass the torch to, going on? I'm genuinely curious about that, chat. Let me know down below.
MJ and Kobe was they both never seemed to want to pass the torch.
Then I came along and said there'd never be another Dr. J. Then you came along. Who have you been sizing up for the torch passing? Hardaway is a great pick because of versatility and the things that he can do with the ball, without the ball, defensively. Grant Hill is very similar to you, to Scottie Pippen. You see the passing of the torch to the next generation, but
I feel like Jordan didn't want to pass the torch because this guy is just way too competitive, genuinely. Like, he does not want to lose. And since Kobe is second to Jordan, Kobe's going to be exactly like Jordan, man.
I ain't ready to give him that yet.
So what about MJ and Kobe passing the torch to LeBron? MJ and Kobe were the two most competitive players in NBA history, and both had reasons to be wary of LeBron. MJ not wanting LeBron to come for his GOAT status, and Kobe not wanting LeBron to surpass him as the NBA's best player starting in the 2010s.
Wow.
Even by LeBron James' own admission, there was never much contact.
You and Michael at a good spot.
Who, me and Michael?
Jordan?
Yeah, we're in a good spot. We don't talk.
Why not, you think?
Because I'm still playing. I think I'm still playing.
What?
I'm still focused on my craft right now.
When you're done, you think you two will be
What is that supposed to mean? Does Jordan... That kind of makes sense, actually. Jordan is so competitive. He doesn't want to, give all the secret sauces. Once you're done, he'll probably okay, we could be cool now, That probably makes sense. Let me know what you guys think down below about that.
hope so. That can have a conversation.
I would hope so. The funny thing is, me and Kobe, besides our, the late great Kobe, obviously, me and Kobe never had a real relationship either.
What?
Until we was on the Olympic team. We had a great relationship there. Olympic team 8, Olympic team 12, but it was always competitive between us. We were always I was on the East Coast, he was on the West Coast, and it was even though we never, I fucked up one time in 09 and didn't beat Orlando.
That's that Kobe mentality. Genuinely. That's that Kobe mentality. Why be cool when we're opponents? We're enemies. I respect that. I'm a big LeBron fan, so I didn't know Kobe thought about it like that, but that's big respect to him, though, R.I.P. Kobe.
Orlando, and I think it was 09, didn't beat Orlando and didn't get him an opportunity to play him in the finals. But until I became a Laker and then he retired, that's when our relationship became really, really good.
Yeah.
He welcomed me, called me bro, anything you need in LA, I got you. You're a Laker now, you family. And we would have multiple conversations. He was obviously, you saw him coming to a lot of games and things of that nature. And
however, they both gave him some secret advice. But in typical MJ and Kobe fashion, they didn't call up LeBron on the phone, both feeling that it was up to LeBron to reach out. But by all accounts, he never did.
What?
But Kobe and MJ both know LeBron plays close attention to the media, and they both tried giving advice to LeBron subtly through the media first.
All I thought about as a kid personally was winning championships. That's all I cared about. Now everybody's going to value things differently, which is fine. I'm just telling you how I value mine. If I'm Braun, you got to figure out a way to win. It's not about narrative. You want to win championships. You just got to figure it out.
When you look at LeBron James, you won your first championship your 7th year in the league. What advice would you give him as he looks now to win his first?
First one's always the hardest. And then, as you get that first, the expectation comes. And
Jordan literally gave this guy LeBron knowledge on how to win. Bro, oh my god, this actually changed so much. This genuinely changes so much. I'm a big LeBron fan, so bro, LeBron, you should have took control and just went crazy with this advice.
And now you got to live with those. Yeah, everybody says this is your 7th year, and they compare everything to me in terms of me winning in my 7th year. And we had some tough battles, But once I got there, I never left, And I think once he gets there, the expectation is that he never should leave. And I wish him the best.
How important is winning championships to establishing a player's legacy?
Well, for all the people who's never won one, they're always going to say, oh, it's not that big of a deal. For all the people that have won, it's the greatest accomplishment, and you never can take that away. No matter what happens to me in life, you can never take away that I won 6 championships.
Then Kobe tried teaching LeBron at the Olympic Village.
My job was to get those two to talk.
LeBron and Kobe?
Yeah, they're both eyeing each other. They want to win. With LeBron and Kobe was the 4 o'clock workouts that Kobe did. LeBron sees that, okay, you working, I'm going to work.
This is 4 a.m.
Yeah, 4 a.m. And I think Melo said it best. I'm not doing that shit. I'll meet you at 10 or 11.
Why is LeBron not getting... I'm not going to lie. Like, if I was in LeBron's shoes right here, I'm asking the most questions. I'm going to try to be their friend, but enemy at the same time. Like on some Kobe, on some Kobe Jordan stuff, I would try to match that type of vibe,
Yep. But I'm not going that far.
Credit to LeBron. After this, he won his first ring with the Heat. But throughout the first 2 years with the Heat, LeBron was still giving the ball up constantly in late-game situations. Privately, this frustrated MJ and Kobe to no end. They'd also both become deeply frustrated with the offensive dunk fest the fourth quarters of All-Star games had become once MJ retired. So in the 2013 All-Star game at age 34, Kobe set out to send a message to LeBron and ended up giving him advice once again, but this time not so subtly as cameras caught most of it.
Kobe or LeBron? That's a tough one. I would say Kevin Durant. In terms of dominance of the game of basketball at this stage, is LeBron. Championship-wise, Kobe Bryant. And if you had to pick, between the two, that'd be a tough choice. But 5 beats 1.
Have you heard about Jordan?
That is crazy. The conversation changed a lot now. LeBron has 4 rings, but I feel like Jordan's still taking Kobe. Because winning matters, but it's just like... I don't know. It gets hard to defend LeBron. Being a LeBron fan, it gets hard to defend this guy. Genuinely, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, I heard. My take on it, I don't really have a take on it. He said he would take Kobe over me because it was 5 rings is better than 1, and last time he checked, 5 is better than 1. I don't think at the end of the day rings doesn't always define someone's career. If that's the case, then I would sit up here and say I would take Russell over Jordan, but I wouldn't take Russell over Jordan. Russell has 11 rings, Jordan has 6. Or I take Robert Horry over Kobe.
Okay, he kind of has a point right there. You would not take Bill Russell over Jordan, but then after that, I feel like he's gonna lose the argument because no one's taking Bill Russell over Jordan, right, chat? Let me know down below if you guys are taking Bill Russell over Jordan.
I wouldn't do that. So rings does not define someone's career. Sometimes it's a situation that you're in, it's a team that you're in, and it's about timing as well. But I don't play the game and try to define who I am over what guys say or how they feel about me. It doesn't matter to me.
In this game,
LeBron lost me there. Rings do define your career, but we're not taking Bill Russell over Jordan. I'll be honest with you.
Kobe got frustrated with the lackadaisical play of the first 3 quarters, so he pulled Chris Paul aside before the 4th quarter, and they decided to up the competitive level. MJ issued a challenge to Kobe and LeBron before the game, but LeBron essentially downplayed it. However, Kobe was very excited to meet the challenge. Kobe started out the 4th quarter, picking up LeBron full court and making several great defensive plays and talking trash. Kobe was disappointed that LeBron didn't answer the challenge, but fate gave LeBron one last chance to take on Kobe at the end of the game when he corralled an offensive rebound.
Short. Williams gets it back. Down to 3 seconds. And Griffin picks it off.
Why would you pass that? Why? You are the star player. Take Kobe to the rim or shoot that fadeaway.
And is fouled with 1.1 to go.
You called it, Steve. They drew up a play for a 3. That's exactly what they were. They were going for the win.
And this was puzzling. You think LeBron, with 6 seconds to go, maybe a little less.
All the killers on the court went and accosted LeBron for passing the ball off, telling him if he's going to be the best player in the world and win championships, he has to demand the ball in the final moments. Stephen A. had this to say.
I was happy to see Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony get in LeBron's face after the game. I'm sorry, after the last play. Because Kobe's like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
Right.
Shoot the shot.
I thought Carmelo was just laughing at him.
No, Carmelo was like, oh, come on. What are you doing? And Kobe was like saying it, like, what's wrong with you? Okay? But we know his talent is off the charts. There is something missing. We all know it. We've chronicled it, or whatever the case may be, because I didn't believe what you believed until I saw it in the NBA Finals.
Oh.
My point to you is this. That is the alone. It's a huge hump because it's all psychological. It's nothing about his game. It's all psychological. But he has got to get over it.
The advice finally seemed to take, and while LeBron had a rough final 3 minutes of Game 6 in the finals with some missed shots and turnovers, he was at least being much more aggressive that whole fourth quarter, and had put the Heat in position for Ray Allen to hit the clutchest shot in NBA Finals history. LeBron went on to hit several dagger jumpers in the ensuing Game 7, and he won his second NBA title, seemingly following Kobe's advice. But the next year, LeBron and the Heat lost in a rematch with the Spurs, and he decided to leave the Heat because he felt that 1, he needed younger and more talented co-stars, and 2, he felt Pat Riley wasn't giving him enough freedom.
I genuinely think I'm curious. What did Jordan and Kobe, what did they think when LeBron was switching teams a lot? Did they think that was like a disgrace? Did they think that was crazy? Let me know down below what you guys actually think about that also.
The first moment where I had an inkling that LeBron may not be back. One thing you don't do is fuck with LeBron cookies. No. This is serious. So we get on the plane and we play cards at the front of the plane. We play cards, and then at some point, Bron gonna be like, "Hey, bring me those cookies." And this one day, he was like, "Hey, where my cookies at?" And they had to come up there and whisper in his ear and tell him there were no more cookies on the plane.
Yeah.
That motherfucker sat back away from the game. He pushed that cards back. He sat there quiet, doing his head like this. I was looking at him like, he ain't play cards no more. He sat there like this.
Kobe and MJ both became concerned with the teaming up mentality and the jumping team mentality led by LeBron. Once again, they tried to give LeBron some more secret advice through the media. Michael Jordan said, "There's no way with hindsight I would have ever called up Larry, called up Magic, and said, hey look, let's get together and play on one team." But
yeah, see, that would be lame as hell. That would genuinely make basketball lame if Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and Jordan were on a team. It's like, what player do you really want to see that? It's just lame. It doesn't seem fun.
Things are different. I can't say that's a bad thing. It's an opportunity these kids have today. In all honesty, I was trying to beat those guys. And then also you have this tweet here from Kevin Durant in 2010. Well, I guess his opinion changed.
LeBron said that when they put together the quote-unquote super team, it was a lot tougher on them than what you guys are going through. Do you believe that?
What does it matter? We just want a cookie for it? I mean, what is it?
Well, it seems like he did.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Does he give you advice?
Yeah, he does actually. Yeah.
Good advice?
Great advice. I mean, I'll never ever say that. I mean, him and Magic and those guys, and Michael in particular, is really giving me phenomenal advice on how to take a team, particularly with the personalities that we have, and how to better communicate with your teammates, how to better elevate your teammates.
The problem is, this advice was long-term legacy-defining advice, and LeBron was concerned with the short-term immediate situation right in front of him, in that he just lost to the Spurs by a record finals margin. So he went to the Cavaliers to join forces with the up-and-coming Kyrie Irving and the newly acquired 26-12 averaging All-Pro Kevin Love. After going 1-2 in the finals against the Warriors in 2015 through 2017, Kobe came out with his book, Mamba Mentality. In it, he gave advice directly for the first time to LeBron James.
What? In the book?
You write in the book about LeBron James, the main thing the two of you discussed is what constitutes a killer mentality. What was your message to him?
Well, the message is always to go out there and dominate. Right? There's no let up. And once the game starts and once the practice begins, you're in that mode. Everything's a game 7. And when you approach every practice and every game with that kind of mentality, it bleeds into the rest of the guys.
Okay.
And then the rest of the unit has that same approach and that same intensity, but it starts at the top.
It seemed LeBron was taking Kobe's advice after losing Kyrie after his trade request to the Celtics. LeBron was well on his way to what was, in my opinion, his most dominant performance ever in Game 1 of the 2018 Finals. However, Kobe was not just talking about dominant play, he was talking about dominant mentality. And after JR's blunder in Game 1 of the Finals, LeBron seemed to not understand this, shutting down mentally in the ensuing huddle.
Okay, I understand he shutting down mentally because that was very weird, okay? That was very weird that he shut down mentally and just threw a fit like that. But J.R. Smith actually was very stupid on that play. I'll be completely honest. That was by far one of the dumbest things you could do in that type of situation in a basketball game. Against that team especially. Whew. But him doing that and him being a leader throwing a fit, there's no need for that, man. There's no need for that, chat.
Fortunately, he did not dominate the overtime, going 0 for 4 and going on to get swept 4-0. Michael Jordan has been asked constantly during his career if he felt his various accomplishments ranked him as the greatest ever. Kobe was also often asked about this. They both had similar responses, with MJ clearly giving Kobe insight about the importance of answering this way.
This accomplishment, combined with all your others, vault you over the Johnsons and Birds and Russells and Chamberlains and all that?
No. I think that's something that I really can't say can be established. Each one of us playing at different eras with different teams with different levels of success. And to compare all of them and say one's better than the next, it's an unfair justice to the art or to the artists. Being that Magic Johnson, Wilt Chamberlain, all the guys before me were the artists of this game of basketball, and we've all learned from them, and we've improved the picture to a certain extent. And to say that one improvement is better than all of it.
And who's the GOAT? See, that's the type of immature question.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's who's the GOAT. I'm the regular sports fan. This is what we talk about.
I know. This is what regular fans talk about. I get it.
You don't. So you're saying you're the GOAT?
What I'm saying is regular people ask really simple questions sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Here's the thing, though, man, is that like things that MJ was doing, he learned from David Thompson and Jerry and those guys. Stuff that I've done, I've learned from MJ. Stuff that Bron does, learned from me and playing on the Olympic team and work ethic and all that stuff. It's a chain thing, man. I know people want to talk about who's this, who's that, because it fills up good conversation.
It fills up good conversation, but he does make sense, actually. This actually makes a lot of sense. But I feel like he wants to say Jordan, but he can't. Like, genuinely. I feel like he wants to.
Conversation time or downtime, whatever the case may be. But for us as athletes, it's really a chain reaction. You can't have one without the other. It's just not possible.
MJ had gotten this advice from Dr. J and had passed it on to Kobe, knowing that declaring yourself the GOAT was disrespectful to those that paved the way before you and to leave it up to the fans. They both gave interviews to this effect to pass it on to the heir apparent in LeBron James. During this second stint in Cleveland, LeBron started his famous barbershop-style podcast called The Shop. In this show, LeBron sometimes discussed his playoff series wins and losses with the guests. He discussed his epic 3-1 comeback against the Warriors in 2016 in the show here.
That one right there made me the greatest player of all time.
For so many reasons.
I was super ecstatic to win.
See, you leave that to the fans. The GOAT conversation. I mean, the GOAT, like calling yourself a GOAT wise, you could be in the GOAT conversation and know that, but I feel like you calling yourself the GOAT, you saying all this about yourself, leave that all to the fans. Let them all decide that, right? Let them all decide that.
I won for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports was going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time.
The unfortunate part about this clip is he is essentially breaking a 3-generational bridge from Dr. J to MJ to Kobe. Now he has created a new bridge, and hopefully when Jokic or Luka or Shea or whoever ends up becoming the next heir apparent will remember MJ's and Kobe's advice on this. Soon after, LeBron signed as a free agent with the Los Angeles Lakers and began to immediately push the team behind the scenes to trade away their young assets to get him a second star. With Lonzo Ball and Brandon Ingram and Kyle Kuzma regularly hearing LeBron's trying to trade you chance.
Center, end of November, they won by 8.
I would think this is actually very lame. You know, these are young, talented basketball players that are really trying to, you know, they were rebuilding. You know, these players are actually very good now. So for them to actually get this type of treatment is genuinely crazy.
LeBron had 12 of his game-high 38 in the final 5 minutes. Sabonis went off for 20 and 15 for Indy.
LeBron told Rich Paul he wanted his client AD, who was under contract for 2 more years with the Pelicans. This hereby started another new trend that Kobe and MJ felt hurt the league. Giving your word to a franchise and then forcing your way out. Since LeBron, Rich Paul, and AD pulled this off, we've seen James Harden do it twice, Ben Simmons do it, Paul George, Jimmy Butler do it twice, and many more. Respect to Paul George for at least just asking instead of faking injuries or holding out like the rest of them. Now over the years, LeBron has at times been an elite defender and at other times has taken that side of the ball off. But once he came to the Lakers, there was a lot more taking off on the defensive end and a lot more sitting out to rest.
I feel like when he was on the Lakers, he just wasn't hungry to win. Like he won once and now he's just okay with that. I feel like that's what it is, chat. Because I've been seeing so much of, you know, defensive compilations of him not even playing defense. It's all on the Lakers. What is going on? I'm a LeBron fan, so this really is like crazy to me.
Had passed on to Kobe that when you're the face of the league, every game you play, somebody somewhere traveled and paid a ton of money specifically to see you play, and it might be their only chance to see you. So you gave it your best and you played your hardest at both ends every night, even if you had some bumps and bruises. They both followed this religiously.
The night they lost to Orlando, I said, Michael, you know, I'm about to get out of here. Let me know when you want me to see you, because I'll see you tomorrow.
What?
Michael had an obligation to himself, the fans, his teammates, the organization, his family, everybody. He said, if you're going to sit down and take 3 hours out of your day to watch me on TV, I have an obligation.
Oh my God. That is actually inspirational. If you're gonna sit down and watch me 3 hours a day, I have an obligation. So he's basically saying and aiming towards like, if you're watching me, I'm not gonna lose. I'm gonna give you guys my all, no matter what, regardless of what. There's no time to give a break. I just lost. I gotta grind now. And that mindset genuinely changed throughout the NBA. No one really thinks about that no more, or thinks like that anymore. It's crazy, chat. Wow, this is genuinely refreshing. I appreciate you guys for recommending me this.
To give you my best. To give you my best all the time.
Wow.
Kobe didn't want to disappoint his fans, especially the ones in the 300 sections that saved up to watch him play. The kids with the same excitement he once had. I remember asking him why he couldn't just sit a game out because he was hurting. He said, what about the fans that saved up to watch me play just once? He never forgot about his fans.
So when LeBron started taking off plays on defense and sitting out games to rest, Kobe was the messenger.
What is your feeling about where he is in his career right now and all of that?
You know, that's the tough part, is that when you miss a game, there's that one kid out there that's not going to see his favorite player play. Okay? Now, that being said, LeBron has done so much for the game. Mm-hmm. Right? So we need to give he's earned the opportunity to be able to take a rest. He's earned that. We can disagree with it. We feel absolutely.
He's definitely earned that. I actually agree with Kobe. He earns that, but it's just that, like, think about the people that came all the way here, you know, to see you play.
Terrible for the kids that come and watch him perform. But at the same time, this man has been to a finals pretty much every year for as long as I can remember. He's done so much to elevate the game. So he's earned the right for us to give him the benefit of the doubt.
On its face, this is essentially a debate about doing what's best for yourself or doing what's best for the league and the fans. I know that sounds like a tough decision. Well, I'll try to get into that in another video, but I really like MJ and Kobe's approach. MJ, Kobe, and the other all-time greats were also both extremely frustrated with LeBron leading the charge in the no-effort All-Star games, with Magic and Larry Bird being the messengers to deliver this message.
1 to 2 guys that have the right attitude about this, that is a superstar, changes everything. Remember what happened last year. In last year's All-Star game, Dr. J and Larry Bird, you heard the story just like I did, Wilbon. They made sure we know. Dr. J and Larry Bird walked into the locker room and talked to the players. And they talked to the players, and the NBA thought, yes, the players are really, really listening. They're really, really getting it. And then one of the superstars, who will remain nameless, but everybody can surmise who that was, gave a side eye to those guys while they were talking. And then the players went out there and let 400 points be scored. And the league ain't letting that go. And so what happens is it just shows you, if one player can have that kind of an impact negatively, they can also have that kind of impact positively.
Unfortunately, it didn't take, and fans and media alike have been outraged.
If you're really about it, if you're really about sports, then you're about two things: your teammates and the fans. And I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much money you're making. When you do not show up to play, you're letting your teammates down. I don't care if you're getting $300 million, congratulations. But these people in here are paying $2,500 a ticket. How do we expect you to be an example? Well, guess what? You don't want to be, you are one. You're on the biggest stage. You just said it. They make the most money. You're an example. You got to show up. You got to take that on. I'm sick and tired of making athletes greats, all-time greats, that aren't the best examples. Those are the people that we want our kids to follow. We talk about greatness and it being the longevity of somebody's career. I don't care if you play 50 years. I want your best 10. I want you on the court dominating. I want you to go all out. I want Michael Jordan. I want Kobe. That's what I want in every sport. That's the guy that I follow. If you're a different version than that, you don't get my respect.
The point of this video, guys, is to show that while there's nothing wrong with going your own way in life, oftentimes the wisdom and advice from our elders is them seeing the long-term vision, and it can help us see past our short-term desires. Ultimately, LeBron's talent and many of the good decisions he's made have helped him become very successful, but I think many of those successes were short-term or short-lived. Michael Jordan and Kobe built mentalities, legacies, and stories that will last forever, and while LeBron only accepted their advice a few times,
LeBron he has a nice story too. Don't get it wrong. It's just that it's not as good as Kobe's and Jordan's, maybe, you know?
I believe the mentality change they and Dwayne Wade passed to him did help him win his last 3 championships. Thank you guys for watching. If you're a young player...
Chat, we gotta talk about this one for sure. I didn't know that, Jordan and Kobe gave this much advice to LeBron. And I'm a huge LeBron fan. I've never known this. This is absolutely crazy, chat. But, this is the end of the video. I appreciate you guys so much, for recommending me this video. But, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. And, recommend me some more stuff to react to. But with that being said, I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.